Wow, that's such a big leg. It's like 25, 30 seconds.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody. So wait, eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful friends. My guest tonight on Rogue Ways returns to us after at least a year's absence from the show and brings us his highest highness for this day of hefty height. As one of those old school punk rockers who still smokes toughest, he is an East Coaster punk poet, musician, photographer, and if that's not enough for you, he is also a badass creator, often suppressed by the cult of big tech, who explores all kinds of madness and mystery in the world on his own show. Jamie Deluxe, happy 420 to you. How are you doing today?
Happy 420. I'm anxious, honestly. I'm pretty anxious.
Yeah, we're nervous for this one, but we're going to work it out. Before we get started tonight, I do want to remind everyone Rogue Warriors can get a discount at Phoenix Aurelius's lab by using the link below. I actually don't think I put it below, but you can go to rogueways.org and click on any Phoenix Aurelius link and go grab anything from his apothecary and site and get a discount and be supporting me. Thank you very much for your support. And today you get an extra 25% off for the next 2 hours on any cannabinoid related 420 related product. He has a sale going. So you get the Rogue Ways discount by using the Rogue Ways coupon code and that 25% off, and you support the show. So go check it out. Grab your tinctures and spagyrics and anything else you like. And also, of course, like I said, go to rogueways.org. I've got spiritual products. I've got novels. I've got spiritual services. I've got all kinds of stuff for you. Go grab whatever you like and come to rogue.locals.com for the best community online. It is not censored or suppressed in any way. I actually see every single post and every single comment, which doesn't happen to me anywhere else. So I really love it. Plus, it's just rad people there. And of course, no matter where you're listening, whether it's on the podcast later or if you're on Jamie's channel and you want to show the love, go over to rockfin.com/rogueways and follow the show.
I put it in the description.
Thank you.
In the description, of course.
Thank you for that, because I don't know if I'm going to survive on YouTube. They finally found me, and now I've been getting strikes, and so I'm not even allowed to be there right now. So
yeah, I know
the feeling. So find me on Rockfin. Yeah, you got it bad. Did your channel get reinstated, actually?
No.
Oh.
No, what happened was, I mean, if you want, we can go there if you want. Let's go right in there. I'm going to light this J up first. I don't know, man. I think this is like the saliva one that makes you tired.
Yeah.
Sativa. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm already pretty fucked up, but
well, if you're anxious and that makes you tired, maybe it'll balance out.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was maybe going to take some of my tincture, but I didn't. So I'm very sober right now.
Well, you
like
should.
All the way on the other side of the house.
So, what happened? All right. Yeah, so they came after my main channel, 75,000 subscribers.
Jesus Christ.
And they were coming at me like here and there, you know, and it would go back. I mean, not go back, but I would get like struck for like a week, 2 weeks, and then I'd, go back. I'm looking like fucking like rock lobster right now, being out in the sun all day, beating down on me, whatever. So, yeah, so they kept coming after me. But see, I was on that list though. I don't know if you saw that list.
What list now?
There's a white paper. There's a white paper by
fucking white papers.
A bunch of people, including David M. Rothschild from Microsoft Research and Harvard Research, and I think there might have been one guy that went to Yale. It's not on the paper, but when I looked into him, and it's called "Evaluating the Scale, Growth, and Origin of Right-Wing Echo Chambers on YouTube." Which I'm not right-wing by any means,
No.
I'm not into politics at all. So
yeah.
A lot of people are on it though. I'm not someone special, but I am on it, So they started coming after my videos. Well, I mean, they already were a little here and there, but I felt like it started getting hard after that. That's what she said.
Yeah.
It started after November of 2020. Take a little swig of this. I got my big hospital cup here.
I got my coconut water. That's my highness for the day.
Well, it works for a measuring cup too. All right, so
that's true.
Then ironically, yeah, they were after me, and then I noticed. I didn't notice till after because I never followed like that letter up of the alphabet before. It wasn't my thing. They took me down on 3-4, and evidently that was letter of the alphabet day. It was the letter Q day on Sesame Street that day. 3-4. Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so they came after me, took me down on that day. They even got me one video. It was a 15-minute stream I did downtown Myrtle Beach it was a Myrtle Beach Save the Children march. And I was like, Save Our Children march. And I'm like, that's going on in my town? So I went down there and I streamed. I wasn't up in it or anything. I stayed across the street. I just streamed for 15 minutes. I had my kids with me. You know?
You're basically a journalist, yeah.
I'm just like, this is crazy, because I tried to do something like this here 4 years ago. Nobody gave a fuck. But they took that down for like harassment or whatever. I was like, what? Harassment?
You're not allowed to care about our children in this country. God damn it. How dare you? It's fucked up how they've like pushed everything that anybody who I was never right wing, and conspiracy theories were never right wing. But now Q serves the purpose of letting everything be right wing. Anything you question. So of course like you're so right wing now.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. Well, and then they came. I had a backup channel with like 15,000. I'm just trying to see if my rock fin's working, because it doesn't look like it is. I don't think it is.
It's like 30 seconds. Oh, you have to also click that go live up at the top.
All right. Well, I guess we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be.
It's confusing on Rockfin.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, because I was trying to use OBS, but whatever. And I'm also an avid mic puncher, just so you know. All the time. I take it all out of aggression. So not long after, they started coming after videos of on my backup channel with like 15,000 subscribers. I'm gonna shut that off. Oh, it is offline. What the hell is going on here? Is nothing online? I'm online. It doesn't say I am. No, that's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like something strange in the neighborhood. What the fuck is going on over here? I must be live. I got people talking to me. I don't know what I'm doing. So, all right, whatever. Let's go back over here. So they started coming after like videos I made about like pedophiles, like Michael Laney from Disney, who was convicted of like molesting a 6-year-old girl. Convicted
of it. So you're just reporting the facts again.
Yeah. That, and Peter Bright, Dr. Pizza, who was arrested for trying to he was like chatting with undercover about like, little kids, like trying, they were pretending that they were their mom, and he was going to meet up and teach them a thing or two or whatever. And he was convicted, and I think he got sent to like 12 years.
Dr. Pizza was what he called himself.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Nasty.
On Twitter, gross. Yeah. God. He worked from Condé Nast or whatever. It's like a tech writer. Like ARS Technica. I don't know. I didn't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So you might know what it is. All right. And then they came after like a big video that I made a long time ago that had, probably, 3/4 of a million views almost, called Connected Pedots. And it's about Leonardo DiCaprio on the set of Growing Pains being literally surrounded by pedophiles. God. And his what was it, stand-in or whatever? His stand-in with shots or whatever was Brian Peck, a convicted pedophile. There's video of them like touching all over him, like flirty too. And that was in the video. Brian Peck rubbing on like 13, 14-year-old Leonardo, like touching his chest and all that, like almost holding hands, right?
Ugh.
And at the same time, Bob Villard was Leonardo DiCaprio's PR, public relations. Bob Villard's a convicted pedophile too. He was, he's infamous now, and that was Leonardo's PR. But also, the executive producer of Growing Pains, Stephen Marshall, later was arrested for child pornography, and he was sentenced so long because in the chats talking about child rape, kidnapping, murder.
God.
And I think he has to be supervised even after he's up for the rest of his life. This is the producer of Growing Pains.
At least they got some of them, because I hear like, people have this super, like, just like mountains of evidence against them. I mean, like penetration evidence of like small children and all this stuff, and they get off because they're like, oh, it's a kid, they're imagining things. And I'm like, how does a child imagine that, you fucks? So I always am hearing about these people getting off, so it's nice to at least hear that some, even wealthy and powerful people, do sometimes get punished, but it's horrible to imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that was cyberbullying. All three of those cases, cyberbullying and harassment.
Cyberbullying. Yeah, I'm sure.
And I didn't even have a chance to really appeal them before they took that channel down too. But the Myrtle Beach Save Our Children march, I appealed. They doubled down on that one. And then here's the thing. And then I made another new channel, right? Small. I started uploading my videos on it. I started off mostly with like the Epstein videos. I did a lot on that. Within a week, what had happened was I just made up. It was just Nostradamus. So I'm like, well, I'm fucking like Nostradamus. I'm predicting. Because I'm seeing shit happen. Like I'm like months later. Like because it's just shit that everybody, all of us talk about.
Yeah,
and like they suppress.
See the patterns.
Yeah. So I see the pattern. I was just being an asshole. And then it was getting confusing. So I just changed the name of the channel to Deluxe Nation again. As soon as I did, bam, 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 harassment, bullying. I was like, whoa, holy shit, like that.
They have an algorithm that just. Well, I
started a new channel. I'm not trying to jinx it. We're not on it right now. We're on my live channel. Never mind. But yeah, I did start a new channel. It's called I'm Not Deluxe. So because I'm hiding, I even crossed myself out. Yeah, so maybe they won't notice for a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. It sucks because I know every time you have to start over again, even when you had, like you said, like so many, hundreds of thousands or whatever people views all this, that it's just like, it's always so much smaller because it's the people who remember, or the people who actually heard where you went, and like other people forget.
Or look, yeah. Well, just like by deleting my shit, I forget half the people I was following.
Yeah.
Because that's how I saw them, So I'm like, damn, I forgot about that channel, So I get it.
Which maybe teaches us something, that we should all be like writing these things down on paper somewhere.
Yeah. God, I can't write like a sentence anymore. My hand cramps up,
Dude, I started handwriting again, like just a couple years ago somehow. I don't know. Like, anyway, it's taken me a while to get back into it. I'm trying to force myself to use cursive more because my brain doesn't want to. And I know that it's a good tool for escaping the like AI algorithms they can read handwriting, I'm That's sure they're going to learn how to read cursive too, but for now it seems like they can't yet.
It's weird because when since I started playing guitar when I was 11, and for some reason, I don't know if I just like, I don't know if I just picture musicians always writing in all capitals or whatever, but that was like what I wanted to do for some reason. I always have, even though sometimes, it gets kind of lazy. It's like half capital, half cursive, like like maybe one cursive letter. I don't know. I don't know how to write this. You can understand it, I think, barely.
I'm like a bastardized cursive, even when I'm not writing cursive. It's just
cursive.
Well, so it is 420, and you do have a channel, and we are on it, maybe.
My live channel right now is larger than my video channel because I keep them separated, like the Offspring. Got to keep them separated.
Got to keep them separated. Yeah. I think people like lives. I like live streaming better because I like the audience to be able to say shit, and interact. Well, no, with us.
I love it. Just with my videos, it's like a production, like a big production. So I couldn't, it's got to be something. Yeah, I put a lot. I put a lot into. I'm doing a video now. It's like I started doing some blind items again. The last one I did was blind items. And I'm doing one now. Holy shit. It's a lot of fucking work in these things. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how did I do so many of these? But I enjoy it too.
These blind items you use are from that site, Crazy Days and Nights?
Yeah.
I mean, like, why do you like that site?
I like it if I can understand it. If I know
cryptic.
Well, it's just like, all right, so certain people I don't know, like newer people, whatever, so I don't really get it. It's like a word. I like it because it's like a puzzle. It's like a word puzzle. That's why I like it. Yeah. I used to hate my life and work at Walmart for years. I was miserable. I was fucking miserable. But the highlight of my day, my lunch break, they had like a box in the break room with like windows, and you were allowed to smoke cigarettes in there. So I was sitting there with the old ladies. Yeah, there was still a smoking room. I was sitting there with the old ladies and do crossword puzzles. That was our thing. We like to help each other with the crossword puzzles. I like puzzles.
I love it. I'm bad at puzzles, so I'm glad there's people like you in the world who understand how to do them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like it gives you. Now, I'm saying I can't verify it, but I can look at the patterns of him, usually being pretty dead on, So, but from this, I can like cipher the basic idea that he's putting across, get clues or whatever, like Blue's Clues or whatever. But just like a starting point.
Yeah.
To look around for information.
Unravel it. And you're really good at this because you've been doing it for so long and you understand those patterns already anyways. What are some of the recent really cool blind items? So for people who don't know, it's this guy he's like a lawyer in Hollywood or something.
Supposedly,
Supposedly, yeah.
Who really knows, really,
He's like the real Q, actually.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I can't verify everything, but I'm saying like a lot of the shit that he does
tends to be right.
Yeah, and early too. So, and you know what? Like there was like a video I did on Heidi Fleiss a while ago. well, this is years ago. I re-uploaded it lately, but and it had like True Hollywood Story with LA Times writers in it from either the late 90s or early 2000s. I want to say it looks like late 90s. And they're talking about blind items back then. Wow. And how this executive from like Columbia, I don't remember exactly, but like there was blind items coming out and he just like puts out this thing distancing himself from Honey Fly, saying like, in no way did Columbia Pictures use money to pay prostitutes, blah, 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 you know, and it was because of the blind item. So, you know, all you can really do is look at patterns and try to make something out of it, I guess, you know.
Yeah. It's really fascinating though. I love it. I don't know. It's just, it's interesting to see.
I haven't done it in a while, honestly. I haven't really, but I've lost some videos. So that's why I've been redoing some old ones. So, you know, I haven't really done it in a while.
Because it's one of the things that I forget is that a lot of people who are listening to us or watching our shows, like, don't always know, especially some of the things that happened like a while ago, or just, I don't know. It's just, we forget what we are really aware of and other people aren't necessarily. So for you, it's like revisiting it. And for a lot of people, it's the first time they've ever heard it.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I try to tell myself that when I'm like, fuck, I got to upload another old video, you know? Yeah. Jesus Christ. I made this. And then I got like, if I listen to it, I'm like, damn. You know, you ever watch
I suck. Yeah.
Well, it's just so weird. You ever watch like an old Simpsons episode and their voices don't quite sound right? You know, it's like that. I'm like, yeah, because you kind of develop your thing. You know, if you learn that way, which is how I learned, by just fucking saying do it. Just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah, like Nike without the slave labor, no slave labor.
And then you get better and better and better and better and better. And yeah, I look back at my earliest videos, like, I'm like, holy crap, yeah. I was way more nervous then. We were talking about how nervous we sometimes get, but I'm way better now, even when I am very nervous.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you always get that. Like, I'm a musician. It doesn't matter how long I've been playing. Before you get on stage, you get a little. Maybe I'm addicted to it. I think I am, actually.
Yeah, that's a high. It's like anything that gives you this like huge dopamine dump. It's good stuff.
I'm smoking the meat breath, by the way.
Is that that's the strain?
I guess. I never usually know. Somehow I magically know this time. He told me, so.
Meat breath.
Meat breath.
I love it. Dude, it's a whole different...
It doesn't taste like meat to me.
Your breath isn't meaty yet. It's a whole different world. I like look at the fucking intensity of some of these strains and I'm like, holy shit. You know, we've come a long way from when I was stealing shake out of my friend's father's like clippings bag and like smoking that and getting high off of it. I was like...
Hey, I won't turn shake down. That's less work for me. You know, I let people give it to me. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that shit. No problem.
You can make good stuff out of that. And even when I'm just wondering, like, the purplest, dankiest, like, crystalliest buds I ever got when back in the day, if they're even anywhere close to the shit that we buy.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I mean, I get good shit, but it's not like I don't live in a state that sells it like at stores or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh, so you're still getting the same shit? Maybe, who knows? No, I bet it's still the higher quality.
It's good. Yeah, it is.
I'm saying the shit I got was like super high quality. I just don't feel like it was that. I feel like they've, fucking bred it and engineered it to be like ever more stronger and stronger, more concentrated. So I just feel like it's more powerful.
Now. I mean, it's making me hold my breath. It's crazy.
So it's 420, and I have realized, and maybe I've realized this before, but the history of 420 kind of sucks, actually. It's like pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, there's been some Debbie Downers lately telling me some shit. I forget. Yeah, now here's what I say. All right, whatever. It may have been Hitler's birthday, but guess what? My fucking birthday is 9/11.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, like, this is a bad day. Well, no, not to me. It's my fucking birthday. I love 9/11. I'm sorry. It's my birthday first. I have every right to.
That's absolutely true.
That was my 21st birthday.
Oh my God, it was.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm that old. It's crazy.
No, I think I was also 21.
I turned 21 that day.
I think I was 20, actually. I think you're a year older than me then.
Yep. But, old man.
Yeah, that was a fucked up day. But happy birthday to you on that day. So you're reclaiming that day. That's what I'm saying. So we've got like Hitler's birthday. We don't want to give energy to that. It's all these massacres, wars. Waco happened today, however many years ago. Columbine happened today. Deepwater Horizon explosion happened today. The Nova Scotia shooting last year.
A lot of shit, huh? I didn't even know.
Yeah. So, and it's part of this period of time that, you know, Mark Passio and a lot of people have noticed, like they call it the season of sacrifice, because there's all these like wars will break out and like massacres will happen and mass shootings. And we've had that this last couple of weeks, right? A lot more of those at least. And today is like the extra special important day to get some of those in, I guess. But like
that's why I'm gonna fucking relax, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the news shit.
This is what I think is that any of us who are celebrating 420 for other purposes besides Earth Day, which I also think is fucking psyop propaganda, right?
Is it well, yeah.
Earth Day today.
Yeah. Earth Day. You gotta separate the Earth from us and make an image out of it so we don't see it as part of us.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And it sucks because you're like, yeah, I want to celebrate the Earth. Earth's rad, but I
love the fucking Earth.
Yeah.
I grew out of this. It grew us. It grew us.
Literally. Yeah, it created us.
But what they do is they take every fucking thing and take it and fucking try to, pull people's heartstrings about shit and make them feel guilty. They can make you feel guilty if they got you. They make you feel guilty. You ain't got nothing to be guilty about.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I mean, for real.
Especially with Earth Day. They're like, oh, the fact that you exist, you're killing your mother. Yeah. You're like, fuck you. Fuck that.
Yeah. No, you're killing everybody, like these motherfuckers, at the top. I'm not fucking. I mean, I feel like we should be past oil and all that shit by now. Who hijacked all that technology? Who's fucking us over there?
Yeah, like when was the first electric car? It was the beginning of the fucking 1900s.
I mean, yeah, and why? And can't they like fucking like kill people that invent like cars that run on water or suspicious shit happens to them or whatever? Hydro cars.
They just disappear. Their lab burns down.
Look at Tesla and shit. Like where should we be right now? It's not our fucking fault that you guys are oppressing humanity.
Yeah,
You're gonna oppress us and then make us feel bad about it. Fuck you.
Exactly. We're gonna kill you and destroy your environment and tell you that you did it.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Damn, it is really like a fucking abusive relationship.
It really is. They're psychopaths for sure, and we're their victims. And that sounds good. You're like, save the Earth. I want to save the Earth.
Yeah,
Earth Day. But it's like you said, it's like divisive and it makes you feel shamed. And then the way they want to save it is not actually saving it anyway.
No, and then the whole Paris Accord shit, and they're like talking shit about everybody. Like, pull all that. All it is, it's just giving you guys money. It's like Spaceballs. What, you want us to buy canned air now? Like,
yes.
I mean, or that other movie, the fucking Lorax or whatever. You're just. Why are they building so many houses around? They're building all these houses and apartments. Where is everybody moving to are you moving here? Everybody's moving here, I think. They're building so much shit. It's crazy.
Where are all these people who are going to live in these fucking houses?
I feel like everybody's moving to Myrtle Beach. I mean,
they're probably about to have a bunch of refugees come in from some war-torn country, which we'll get into in a second.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. But I really want to like take that back, and like you said, we're made of the earth. We love the earth. We're not the ones ruining the earth. Not just like you said through those suppressed technologies, but like who is actually spewing the most like trash and shit and chemicals and whatever into the air? It's not us. It's the fucking mass corporations and all this shipping and shit all over the fucking world and the military. The military actually pollutes the world more than anything else. They do pollute a lot.
Yeah, I read a lot of books and stuff. I hear a lot of stuff. I just don't remember it all. It's like a mush, a whole mush in my mind. And sometimes stuff just comes to. So
you and me too. You and me both. People are like, you don't remember when I told you blah blah. I'm like, no. I
probably was not in my head. I'm not trying. I can't understand everything going on. There's too much going on all the time, But
we have like the pattern of the overall view.
Well, your brain gets it. The brain gets everything. Right. It just your consciousness or your whatever it's called. I'm pretty high.
Your subconscious gets it all, and then your consciousness can't actually retrieve all the details.
Yeah. Just like you can't remember everything that happens, and you can't explain all that. Like when you're driving a car and you're talking to somebody, you're stopping at all the lights, you're not hitting anybody, you're driving fine to your destination, but you don't remember it because your conscious attention wasn't on the road and all that. It was on the conversation.
Yeah.
But you get there fine, or your conscious attention could be on it and it'd be the same, but it doesn't takes longer though. It goes quicker.
It's really weird when you're like driving and then all of a sudden you're there and you're like, I don't really remember getting here.
Yeah,
it's because it's not really missing time. It's just like I just don't really remember.
Well, time isn't real anyway, so it can be perceived in different ways.
What if you actually just like jumped there and skipped over the fucking
It's
drive
weird
itself?
though. It's weird. It can feel weird. It can feel different. It's just how you
Especially
look
like,
at it.
yeah, or like microdosing. I noticed I will like have all the fucking time in the world.
What's the
Like,
opposite of that? Would that be macrodosing?
macrodosing, yeah.
If you eat a shitload? I like macrodosing.
Yeah, macrodosing. I don't really do it, but I accidentally did it not that long ago.
Oh, I've done it on purpose. It's amazing.
No, I've done it on purpose. I just don't anymore. But I'm down. It's like totally. I just don't for myself. But I accidentally macrodosed not that long ago, and it was hilarious.
It's the best I've ever felt in my fucking life. For real. Like I did. Like every time you breathe out, that oscillation, you know, like I felt like Chewbacca almost. Like
Yes.
Like, and honestly, it's weird because the movie, The Pick of Destiny, that's the best like I can get across to how I felt on like shrooms. At least one time, like colorful and shit, and like fucking.
It's like the earth. There's a consciousness in shrooms for sure, and it's like of the earth.
It's in everything.
True.
To different levels, but yeah, I guess a different consciousness, if you will, or whatever.
Yeah. What was it? People think that mushrooms might be like a almost like the Christ consciousness, like coming into this environment to remind us, and so that's how we can like eat it. Is it like reconnects us to that?
It grows in cow shit too. Yeah. Hindus, they worship cows. Is that why? I wonder.
Maybe.
That is a pretty cool thing. your shit growing like shrooms that you can eat and stuff. That's what they get around here, I guess. I never went out there, but I've eaten them.
I never picked them, but that's what I was always told too.
Yeah, they're growing cow shit.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's like alchemical. You're like from the fucking literal shit. You're gonna reach the height of consciousness.
Generation comes.
This is pretty cool. Well, whatever people are doing out there today, microdosing, macrodosing, smoking, not smoking, I hope we can all reclaim some of that energy like we talked about and not let the black magicians use it for whatever bullshit they try to use 420 for.
I think it's racist.
Yeah, that's true.
Black musicians, what am I talking about?
So the Chauvin trial, that happened today.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
That's stuff. Oh, thank you for the tip, Lloyd Tucker Carlson. I really appreciate it.
That's what she said.
I'll try to check out the chat more.
I can't see your chat. I can see my chat. Hi. I can see my YouTube chat at least. I don't know where the fuck because OBS said that I wasn't live, but I can see people talking to me. So
weird.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I guess we're gonna have riots anyway, despite the guilty verdict. I don't know.
I saw some people beating up a truck, so that was fun. I mean, today? I guess, yeah, like some video. Not too bad. I think the truck got away, so that's good. Yeah. But I think once you like slowly identify with a group, it's another way they got you. You know, group psychology, and you're just really easier to manipulate. You know, they think in their minds they think they're doing the right thing, and fight. You know that, but not doing it the right way. You know, it's just manipulation.
And it has no connection to reality, but it has a connection to Maxine Waters. Like, how does she get power over controlling people's minds? She's like, get them. And people are like, yeah. I'm like, her? That's who you're gonna, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know. The politics just makes me want to puke lately. Just all of it. And it's just so blatantly fake and hypocritical, and I just see right through it.
I don't even know if any of it's real. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like
when that first happened, that none of those cops were wearing masks, and we were all supposedly supposed to be wearing masks at that time. So that was always like really fishy. And then we've seen more and more like viewpoints of the event itself as time went on, but like it took that long. And I'm like, in the most heavily surveilled like moment in history, why did it take us a year to find out that he was actually kneeling on his shoulder blade or whatever? Like it's like they draw it out to make it as divisive as possible.
Whatever it is, I know that it just causes a lot of things they wanted to cause. It causes a lot of division. Everything's about division.
Really, truly.
Yeah, so it causes that. It's a distraction. It's like, look at this hand. Well, don't look at this hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hand game. It's not the hand job. So you don't even get a happy ending. You don't even get a happy ending.
Yeah, it's not even good. Come on.
Yeah. So it serves many purposes now. But I don't. As far as what happens, I don't know. It's weird. It's all weird. But I know it serves many purposes.
Yes.
I don't know the truth to it all.
No, and I know, like I don't know if it matters because I think the whole point is exactly like we said.
Yeah, the end results. That's what it's about. What's happening? Perfect. Plans always work out without a hitch.
And it's like Charlie Manson or whatever. Like, even if this guy goes to jail, I don't know if he'll actually be there or if he'll just show up from time to time for like a,
Yeah, we don't know. We live we obviously live in a different world. It's a completely different world. We're on a different level, and it's being more obvious. Not only like the controllers, but there's a layer below them. That the people that get to do whatever the fuck they want and have the money, and they just fucking go around and doing whatever. No consequences, nothing. And I guess if you fucking piss somebody off, you got to pay some consequences because some people do. But it's pretty fucking rare. It's pretty fucking rare. I think it's all like not literally the mafia, but it's all mafia like run. Like every sector, I think, with blackmail and, all that kind of shit. It's all run that way.
I think you're absolutely right. It's a criminal organization that we just pretend that is legitimate. Which gives it legitimacy because we pretend.
Much. Yeah. Because if it doesn't, I'll kill you. So you're swimming with the fishes.
You're going to be in a cage for the rest of your life, or you're going to be dead. So you choose. Yep. You're like, I got a letter from the IRS the other day, and it was like the scariest thing. And then I got mad at myself for being scared of it. But then I was like, fuck you for like threatening my life with your bullshit. Like, I don't know. And it was nothing in the end. But like,
they love fucking me over for some reason. I didn't even do nothing.
Are they after you?
No, they're not after me, but just some bullshit. I feel like I've been paying them money forever. I didn't even do nothing. Why'd you have to go make it so complicated, IRS? What's going to be so complicated?
I love that meme that's like, you owe us money. And you're like, oh, okay, so how much? They're like, no, you have to guess. And you're like, wait, and they're like, we know the exact number, but we're not going to tell you. And if you get it wrong, you die. You're like, Jesus.
Everything the government is set up to be confusing and just fucking like contradictory. And that's why I've only been on unemployment like maybe like once and a half. It will count it that way because I was still working part time. But where I live it's a big service industry place. It's like a beach town, tourist place. So in the winter, a lot of people do partial unemployment because they only work part time. But I hated it. I'd rather just work. It was so stressful and complicated. I just could not stand it. I couldn't stand unemployment. I would rather just fucking have a job and, get away from my fucking house for a few hours a day. I didn't I wasn't even too picky about it, really, at that point, at least. I couldn't stand it. I don't like it. Anything with government. Yeah, it's confusing. Yeah.
And then you're giving them one more like inroad into your life. Yeah. It's just like fucking,
Oh, another thing is at work, they got me a drone a few years ago. And this is, I've gotten one since and I've learned more. But at the time, it was so fucking confusing. When I was first learning, it was a pretty big drone. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I had to do. They wanted me to make sure I did it all right and legal, and it was still a new thing. Trying to like get a hold of whoever the fuck F something. I don't even remember now. FCC is that the radio people? I don't know. FAA, I think. FAA. I don't know. It was so complicated and shit. It's really not that complicated once I figured it out. Though I guess maybe it all would be that way. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. But like lawyers and shit. Just like reporters, news agencies, they fucking spin anything. Like, how can we frame it? How can we spin it? Spin magazine. How can we spin it? Lawyers, they just take, how do we bend this word to mean this instead? They just bend definitions and, bend what's called law, what they nail down. So they never have to like get stuck in it.
Totally.
Legalese. That's why I don't understand legalese. I don't understand Japanese either, or Chinese, or any kind of these. I barely understand English shit.
But legalese is the most confusing of all of those. It's like they're like free speech zone, right? They're like, yeah, you have free speech. And you're like, cool, I can say whatever I want. They're like, yeah, totally. And then they're like, haha, gotcha, just kidding. You can only do it right here. That's not free speech then.
they just their job is find ways to wangle around this and that. Take their wangle and shit. Yeah.
Did you see the thing where I don't even know. It's like U.S. Strategic Command, which is probably something important, but I don't know what it is. They tweeted with a 9/11 timestamp that nuclear war is like on the verge because countries that don't like us will find it to be their least bad option or something. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but that doesn't worry me because intuitively I know that won't happen.
Do you think nukes don't exist?
Not that I don't think that. I don't know if they exist or not, but intuitively I don't think that I don't think that whatever's going on would allow it to happen because it doesn't just affect us on Earth. It affects the universe. So,
I hope not, because I'm like,
I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm not gonna worry about it. No, I mean like in meditation and shit, like when you get that like intuitive feel, not like directly in it or whatever, but as a result of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Just things to not really worry about it. It's hard to put in words, really.
Plus, if we're worrying about it, we're adding energy to it. So. Yeah, I'm just like, I wonder if they were going to do this and pull it off and somehow make it look real, or nukes actually are real, where they would hit. And then I couldn't think of anything because I'm like, well, if you hit like New York and shit, those are your most your best slaves live there.
You just made me think of something though. They could say they were, it was nuclear war, and who knows what kind of shit they have to cause shit. We know like all kinds of like. Like Earth disaster shit. Like I don't know. They could probably do. They could do fucking like earthquakes, but who knows?
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like or whatever. They can make it happen some way. The symptoms of nuclear war, but it doesn't actually have to be nuclear. So I didn't think about that. That's a possibility.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I always think with these things too, when we see them like signaling for it, that we just imagine the opposite. Like, I'm just gonna imagine no nuclear
we're living in mirror world. That makes sense. We are living in a mirror world, upside fucking down.
Just like undo some of their bullshit. Like they want your attention, we'll give it the opposite thing attention.
I mean, it's only because you can't get caught up in that bullshit because like most of it's just bullshit. Because it's just to get those emotions out of people and shit, It's just like they're poking you with a stick.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and you don't want to be a button like responder. You don't want to be like controllable and programmable.
It's hard not to say some shit sometimes, though. You gotta like I was like thinking earlier because you say if you say some shit on social media, you're fucking like crucified, fucking like you people spit at you and shit like that. You're gonna have balls of steel. So I respect anybody standing up and telling the truth because you gotta like be all right with being ridiculed, laughed at, whatever. Just because people aren't. And I'm not asking anybody to believe a fucking thing, but I just wish people would be more curious and not so naive.
Yeah, ask some questions.
Yeah,
for sure. Even especially, I would say if you think you're like educated a lot and you've researched a lot and you know a lot, well, like especially then ask more questions.
Yeah, because you find out more and you find out you may have been wrong.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all hopefully are always learning. Hopefully we're not at our like height of understanding at any age. Like,
it's hard to come to conclusions in lots of directions. Like it's hard to come to any fucking conclusions. You just keep like, I'm peeling this fucking onion and it goes on forever.
Yeah. Like I'm like, okay, right now it seems like this. There's like a sort of conclusion here, but I'm also completely open to adding more to that at any time, so it's really not a conclusion.
And maybe, and also being wrong about it. Completely wrong about it, but I usually go
like, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, well, they got me this time. Oh well, like I thought I knew, but shit, I realized I don't know shit. So
yeah, basically, which is the best place to be, for sure. I really appreciate people who can think. Period.
Yeah, it's illegal now. I think though it's almost.
I think
illegal.
You're right.
You gotta go underground to think.
It's called Crime Think. You can be arrested for it. This is the most amazing 1984 like double think thing I've seen in a long time. Maybe you saw it. I think her name's Susan Wojcicki or something.
Oh, she hates
me. You see
me.
that shit?
Oh yeah. Like the what was it?
Freedom?
Yeah.
What was it called? The Free Expression Award.
What the fuck?
I was like, are they joking? They're just trolling us. Did you see the thumbs up and down though?
Yeah, it was like 12,000 last time I saw down and like 34 ups.
43,000. I could be wrong. I think it was 46,000 to like 46 up. I was like, damn.
I wish there was a middle finger because that's what I wanted to give her. But old Susan Horseface, and her sister, the 23andMe lady, who was going to dinners with Epstein and shit, who was getting involved with DNA farming. So it makes you wonder, because he was connected with all these fucking people. I mean, I don't know any direct connection to him and Susan, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly. None of this shit would surprise me.
No, she looks like someone who wants to molest children. What?
I like the way you're so like nonchalantly.
It's just what I think about her. There's some people whose faces I look at and I'm like, you had to be evil for your face to end up looking like that.
I know. It's so unfortunate looking.
Yeah, just like what you are comes out in your physical body. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yep. George Soros has nuts on his fucking face, you know?
Yes.
Epstein had an egg dick.
Dude, I think that's Why do they want DNA? Why do you think they're after this?
If they want my DNA, they got to come get it the old-fashioned way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not giving it up, you know? I got to get something out of it.
Yeah.
Got to get something out of it. I don't know. Another way to... just pin us down, if you will, like, because the information you can find on people now, that's just more information. I mean, it's probably many reasons, though.
I wonder if there's like literally, they say there's all this like junk DNA. I wonder if there's literally like when you put enough humans junk DNA together, it's like the code to fucking the universe or something. I'm not even high. What comes out?
I don't know. I think there's lots of reasons. I wonder. I think if they're after everybody, it seems like they're after like as many people as they can get at least, then maybe it has to do something with like kind of like fingerprinting us in a way, some kind of way to keep track of shit. It's almost like we're on this farm, this animal farm, and they got to tag us and shit like that,
or even like create like genes or. That's not like DNA specific.
Like Levi's?
Yeah, like Levi jeans and just give them to the people.
DNA specific viruses or something? Is that
like viruses or like some sort of device that maybe could target like certain whatever.
There's no telling what they can do. It's like there's so much secret shit, so and so much they've had for so long too that the capabilities.
And I like to think they can't pull off what they want to pull off, but they think that they're going to, so they still go to all of this trouble to gather it all.
Yeah, it ain't going to be easy. And
I keep thinking about how these vaccines allegedly have these side effects that are really massive in the reproductive area. It seems like a lot of people are having miscarriages and like weird bleeding and just like random shit, and their like hormones are all fucked up. Like already, and this is already a huge amount of people allegedly.
Yeah.
And like, if they're trying to make it so we can't reproduce, then maybe they have to have our genetic codes in order to make their little clone army or whatever the fuck.
They're gonna make fucking bad robot asses. I think we need some good robot asses. We need station to build some good robot asses and beat these motherfuckers' asses.
Dude,
get them off the earth.
Seriously, kick them out. Well,
that's ridiculous.
You and I were talking about to bring it to something much more awesome and better, and maybe how we kick them off the earth. You and I were talking about earlier today how every philosophy and every religion and every like tradition, like they all have the same messages, no matter where you look, like all over the world, over and over and over again. And how cool that is.
The golden. It comes down to pretty much, like for the most part, the golden rule, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Do unto others.
Yeah.
And then, like you said,
everything's
conscious.
And if everything is conscious.
Then do unto everything as you would have done to yourself.
That's why I don't kill bugs, even though I don't like them, unless I have to. I mean, I'm not going to let it I can't let some hornets get me and shit, or my kids or anything,
Yeah.
But, what right do I have?
Especially.
But don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch bugs. Crawl on your foot or something. It's like the most unnatural feeling, but they are natural. It's like,
skittering.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like a fucking bug will see you and like come straight for you, and you're like, dude, like the balls on this fucking thing.
Yeah, I've punched a cicada before. They try to sneak in my back door. Yep. They're huge, and they'll like hide just laying on their side somewhere, like in the corner. You wouldn't even know. The next morning, it's like something's vibrating over there or whatever. Or my cat will bring them in.
Why? Why, cat?
She brought a snake in one time, too. Yeah, a live
I'd be okay
snake.
with that. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
Like
I wasn't. I'd fucking scream like a bitch. My girlfriend had to run out the front door to the neighbor's house and get it was a little, but like teenage kid to come over and save us from the snake that my cat drug. What the cat dragged in.
Awesome.
What are you gonna
What
say?
kind of snakes do you guys have up there?
Well, this was just like a garden snake. We have like fucking, I think they're water moccasins, like Indian water shoes. Moccasins.
I was in like Georgia, I think, and I saw this like poster somewhere, and I was just looking at it, and it was like snakes in Georgia, and there was like 65 of them, and like half of them were poisonous. I was like, really? Like,
if it's in Georgia,
idea.
it's probably here too, because I'm the next state over. We have cottonmouths. I know that. Yeah.
Sounds good. No, it's bad.
I mean, it's not like I really have trouble with them. There was one of those guys. I don't know if it was Indian water shoe. You got it? Water moccasin. I don't know. It's fucking hilarious to me. Like a water moccasin. Whatever. Shut up.
You wrap it around your feet and you can walk on water. Yeah.
Because like a moccasin is an Indian shoe. I don't know. It's fucking funny to me. Whatever.
I laughed.
That's over it. I think I don't know if it was that or a cottonmouth cutting my tire, and then and I don't ever see him around. I got dogs and stuff, so it kind of worries more, and kids, of course. But I'd be more worried about one of my dogs in the backyard. But what's it called when a snake at you?
Oh yeah, I was gonna
whatever that is. I made a Batman noise. Just picture that. At my girlfriend. So luckily, my old neighbor, same house. My old neighbor at the time, Bill, who was a retired NYPD officer. He was cool. He knew I smoked weed and shit. He was cool. Comes running over with a machete and he fucking hacked the snake's head off. I was trying to shoo it away with a broom, And it was either a cottonmouth or a water mock. I can't even say it. Indian shit. I don't know, but so we get those here. It's the only time I've ever seen one, like in the wild. Front yard.
Cottonmouth should be the mascot for today. The cottonmouth.
The cottonmouth, yeah. So if he's so high, why is he like being a dick and like at us and shit? Yeah.
Come on, snake. Well, supposedly the younger snakes are the biggest assholes because they don't understand life yet.
Oh, he just didn't understand. Okay, yeah. He just didn't. I should have just like talked to him.
Talked it out.
I don't speak parcel tongue though.
You couldn't have then. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's just like humans though. They're like teenagers are like reactive and like assholes and they don't get
he's dead now.
And, like,
my neighbor killed him, so
yeah.
Chopped his head off.
Cottonmouth. We have to make a 420 badge with a beheaded cottonmouth snake.
My cat's a murderer. She didn't kill the snake though. She didn't kill the snake. She'll kill him.
She was like, take this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll go back. There'll be like a fucking mouse head, like a field mouse. I'm like, oh my God, where's the body? I can't. This has happened like 3 times, really. Like
she's just sitting in the corner staring at you.
There's a head and some guts, and it's so gross. Ugh. And I feel bad for the mice. Let the mice. You don't have to kill all the mice. Just don't let them in the house. I didn't realize we had so many mice in our backyard. Like, where did they come from? There's so many mice. I didn't even know.
They were like, they heeded the challenge. They were like, there's this cat over there, and they've been killing our brethren.
I can't believe, she's pretty, at least she's not killing birds, though. I don't want her killing. I don't want her to kill the mice either.
Yeah.
So I can't talk to her. She's a cat, but I don't know what to do about it. We're moving. We're moving anyway. I'm really busy right now. We're moving. We just sold our house and we bought a new house.
Oh, yeah. Where are you going?
Same town, just like a bigger place.
Cooler house.
Yeah, my mother's going to move back in with us because she lives alone. I don't like that. And, money and all that, And my mom's cool, awesome. So, yeah. And then that'll help me out. I'm going to make her cook for me sometimes because moms can cook,
Mm-hmm. Watch the kids cook.
Yeah.
Dude, grandmas are the best. Mm-hmm. This is why we lost that structure of like having these multi-generational families and there's a reason for it. You're like little kids love old people.
Oh, no. See, she lived here with us. And like when we moved into this house, when we bought this house, it's my girlfriend's house, but it's our house. Yeah. What was I saying? We didn't have kids.
She moved.
We didn't have kids. Then we had kids, and there's just no fucking room. So she moved out like 2 years ago, and she paid so much for rent. It's ridiculous, And I don't like her to be on her own. She don't need to be on her own,
Yeah. No, that's
And
really
it was
cool.
cool because yeah, her with the kids and shit. I got a fucking break every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody wins in this situation.
Exactly. Plus, it's
Especially
like,
if you have a good relationship. If
oh
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
that would suck. But
Me and my mom are like, we could be best friends. We could talk about anything.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, and it sounds like you guys had a lot of life experiences, ups and downs together.
Oh
So
yeah, oh yeah. We used to party. We used to party.
and then you got sober together, right?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
pretty rad.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah, it was rough, but yeah, we did. We did. We were both on methadone for like 12 years. She used to come to my concerts. See, my brother was in my band too. Actually, one of my bands, my sister was in my band too. Me and my brother and sister. Yeah, we were like a hardcore band called Bound by Blood. And we weren't together long, but like a year. But it was me, my brother and sister. And then the bass player and drummer, they were brothers too. So it's like, well, yeah. But me and my mom would be in the bathroom doing coke and shit, So my brother and sister didn't do drugs though, but me and my mom, yeah,
Did they know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they knew. That's why, it kept them away. But
they're like, we see what the fuck is
yeah,
happening.
me and my mom fucking partied though, So we had fun though, and it's some bad times too, definitely.
It's always the bad times mixed in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we went through hell together. So, yep. So we're tight.
Your whole family is tight then, right? Are you still close with your
brother?
Well,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I don't see him that much anymore, but yeah, we grew up pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm sure they're really happy to see you guys recover.
I just punched the mic again.
Bam! I should do it just in solidarity.
I constantly do it. There's no room in here. I feel like it's just like right in my face. What am I supposed to do with this thing?
I was afraid I would actually break mine and like knock down the flowers I have right behind them, and everything would fall apart. So
that's the trick. I need flowers behind my mic. I think that's the trick.
Yeah, that's the way. They give me a boost. I love them. I'm very lucky. I am with a man who keeps me, full of flowers all the time. I've never had that before.
Well, don't tell her that. My sister gave us tickets. Yeah, I was covering a lot of Hollywood stuff, especially the Growing Pains videos. This is around that time, like 2 or 3 years ago. My sister gave us tickets to Kirk Cameron was touring around doing his spiel or whatever.
What does he do?
I don't even remember, man. Okay. Here's what he does. All right. We go up there. We're up there with them or whatever. It's at this church they go to, my sister and her husband. And we're in there, and Kirk Cameron's on stage. 2 hours of kissing his fucking wife's ass. Like, just talking about, like, fucking just, like, she's not even there. Just talking about all this shit. Like, fucking, like, licking her asshole on stage, And I was in the doghouse for a week after that. I didn't even do nothing. You go there, you go to his show, and just make sure.
Why don't you treat me like that?
Yeah, I'll never have. Yeah, you'll never have a Kirk Cameron. Yeah, you never have Kirk Cameron. Sorry, I'm not Kirk Cameron. Fucking, that's all it does. He like fucking hypnotizes women to hate their fucking spouse for like a week.
Yeah, like, seriously, come on, dude.
I couldn't believe it. I'm not even joking. She was like pissed off, like maybe not a full week, but for a few days at least. I'm only exaggerating a little bit. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it now. I don't even remember it. Like his whole spiel. I just like I'm shocked from the aftermath. That's how it was.
They say people don't remember what you say or what you do. They remember how you made them feel. So makes sense.
We went to like some bar after to go eat. I just remember her being all pissed off. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even do nothing.
Come on.
You fucking drug me out of the house. I didn't even bitch about it or nothing, Because I was like, if I run into him, I'll talk to him and I'll ask him about growing. I didn't think it would actually happen, but I was like, there's a chance,
Yeah.
So.
Nope. You were happy this morning. Nothing actually changed, except your perspective.
Except Kirk Cameron told you what a shitty guy I was. Yeah, man, it was ridiculous. It's like, it was that bad.
I'm just saying, though.
It's kind of funny, though.
If you do buy flowers for your lady, I don't know a woman who wouldn't like it. So
they like it, but I got to keep up appearances here.
Yeah, that's true. How do you?
I probably should do that. Maybe when we move, I'll do that. I usually do that only when I'm in trouble. So maybe I should do it. That's the problem. I've been pretty good lately. I haven't been in too much trouble. I've been a pretty good boy. So.
Good job.
I haven't had to buy flowers.
Dogecoin, crypto, Ethereum, Ray tokens. What do you think about cryptocurrency?
I
Where are you
think
at
that
on that?
it gives me anxiety, pisses me off, and I get frustrated, and it's addictive. But I guess it's a good thing. I just don't really
I
understand.
guess.
Like I have crypto here and there and everywhere, and it's like a rainy day because I don't buy it. I just get it for using things, like
Yeah.
Rockfin, Brave, whatever. And I can never figure out how to get the money out, or you need money to get it out and all that. It's like crazy. I think someone's
Yeah,
walking
it's
in
so
here.
weird. And different, some of them are kind of straightforward, but things like Ray tokens and different things, it's like not at all. And then you could lose every single bit of it by doing it wrong to get it out. And I'm like, that's terrifying.
I think I did it pretty wrong. I hear dogs. There's dogs in here.
Hi, puppy. Oh, it's rad because they like kind of show up in the green screen.
Yeah, they kind of show up.
don't.
The problem is when I do like doing like podcasts and stuff is the pitter patter of little feet come in and they always do it. I'm like, stay up for an hour.
They're so happy to see
I
you.
know, but still, But I think somebody just let the dogs in. That's all right. They're just sneezing on me.
Oh,
Excited
like,
dog sneeze.
pet me.
Come here. Come here, Bobo. God, he's so fucking.
Oh,
It says
so
Boo Boo.
cute.
That's one of them. Boo Boo.
Who doesn't love Boo Boo?
Yeah.
Hi, Boo Boo.
He's like a big teddy bear. That's why her name's Boo Boo.
She's so
Slicky's over here like fucking breathing all heavy. There she is.
Come on.
Come here.
Come on.
Come here, Slicky. Come here. You gonna scratch yourself? Come here. I thought you wanted to say hi.
I
You
love
rub out everything. What are you doing? Rub your ass on my chair? What are you doing?
Scratch it. Scratch my butt.
You guys are crazy. I know. And this is Silky.
Hi, Silky. Oh my god. I love vocal dogs. I love when they're like, "Rawr, rawr, rawr."
Yeah. She's this is my border collie. She's 12 years old. She's getting up there. I've had her since she was a little puppy.
Oh.
Yep, 12 long years.
They say what? Yeah, dogs can go a lot. She's gonna go for a long. Yeah.
She goes. I mean, she's got a while. She's got a while. You ain't going nowhere, are you, Sookie? Nope. It's gonna make me scratch you. Rub your back. Like your tail's wagging everywhere.
I love it.
His tails and all the shit. You guys are crazy.
You guys bring joy to the world. Don't listen to him. All right, Jamie, you want to read us a poem? You got any poems, Sandy?
Not really, but I can think of something. Maybe. Sookie's poetry. What are you talking about? They want me to take them out. I'll do one, then we'll probably call it a night, so I can go let the dogs out.
Yeah.
I'll try to do one. Since we were talking about time earlier, I haven't done this in a while. Let me see. Okay. And I don't usually recite them out loud, but I'll do it. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Do it.
There once was a concept called time, often thought of in linear lines. Though the hands of the clock tick around as they talk, it only exists in our minds. The limerick. Oh, usually they're pretty vulgar, but that one wasn't really vulgar.
That was awesome.
All right. Well, yeah, it was fun. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. I know everyone already knows where you're at and who you are, but do you want to give us any like links or places to go or where you love to have support?
Well, everywhere. Just go to my Linktree. It's Linktree. Well, you know who the fuck I am. I ain't gonna tell you that, but just go to my Linktree or whatever. You'll just find me. No, right? You can find me. I'm not hard to find.
Below.
Yeah, just click some links. I put Lindsay's links in my box. That sounds kind of weird, but I did it.
Yeah.
So you can find her. Yep. Yes. So you just go check her out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Happy 420. I'm going to play with the dogs. I think I had to walk. They want to go for a walk. We've been walking them at night. So, all right.
Give them at least one butt scratch from me.
I'm scratching her butt right now. All right. I'll talk to you later.